For some reason, the effects have been felt in three primary ways. Commodities such as food and energy have risen in price, reducing the value of earnings while putting downward pressure on demand in neighboring economies, which have experienced disruptions in supply chains, remittances, and refugee movements. Capital outflows from developing countries have increased as a result of lower company confidence and increased investor uncertainty. We are in a major crisis. Despite the efforts of the rest of the world, Mr. Elon Musk, the richest person in the world and the flag-bearer of technology, is making an excellent contribution in many ways, and his ideas for helping Ukraine are really great. Elon Musk said that we are supposed to have moved on from such things in this day and age. Although it had been predicted that President Putin would try to take control of the country's eastern neighbors. According to the predictions, at least parts of Ukraine with a large Russian-speaking population were the target. He and his crew are doing everything they can to alleviate the plight of the Ukrainian people. In the event of a crisis, Tesla owners and aficionados may be aware of unique features in their vehicles that could be useful. However, even if you don't think of Tesla as a defense during times of conflict, any number of its features could prove useful. In Ukraine, Tesla's camp mode is the most popular feature. The camp mode in Tesla cars is widely used by Ukrainians as a place to store personal things and rest their heads. Tesla is now offering free charging at the Ukrainian border crossings in Poland, Slovakia, and Hungary, where tens of thousands of people are escaping violence. The Tesla email stated that the 4 Nipsko, Poland to Slovakia charging stations are open to Tesla and non-Tesla electric vehicles alike. These were intended to give the Ukrainian people the confidence to go to a safe area. In addition, Elon Musk's space company began distributing small satellite kits to Ukraine, which include an antenna, a tripod, and a Wi-Fi router shortly after Russia seized the country. When the Russian invasion of Ukraine commenced, Vladimir Putin's forces worked quickly to disrupt communications and knock out the internet. Following Mikhail Fedorov's request for help as Russia's activities interrupted internet connectivity in Ukraine, Musk arranged for the delivery of Starlink terminals to Ukraine. Some of SpaceX's Starlink satellites were rerouted by Elon Musk in retaliation. As a result of satellite technology, people living in rural and hard-to-reach areas can use the internet, even if it is incredibly expensive to implement. Connectivity was severely disrupted in Ukraine's southern and eastern regions because of heavy warfare. SpaceX's Starlink network, which includes roughly 2,000 satellites, may be accessed directly by Ukrainians using the Starlink kits. And now, an elite Ukrainian drone unit is reportedly using Elon Musk's Starlink technology to eliminate Russian weapons. Using drones equipped with infrared cameras, the Ukrainian military conducts its investigations. This is meant to assist the Ukrainian ground troops in having an advantage against Russia. The drones are also used to spy on Russian military assets like tanks and command boats at night. The Starlink satellite constellation, which has helped Ukrainians get internet access and stay connected during the current conflict with their neighbor, was recently under attack by Russia, which had announced plans to wage a space war against it. Based on information gathered, the Starlink network services aided the sinking of the Russian battleship in Moscow, using a guided anti-warship missile launched by Ukrainian forces that struck at the core of the conflict. The cruiser Moskva's loss was a major blow to Russia in the midst of the current conflict with Ukraine, as it was more than just a warship. It was a complex floating defense system with multiple air defense weapons, including 64 long-range S-300F missiles, 40 medium-range OSAAM missiles, and 6 close-in weapon systems, such as the AK-630. The death toll in Ukraine has continued to rise. More than 14,000 people have been killed in the conflict so far, according to the United Nations and the Ukrainian government, although the number of civilian casualties has not been released. Deputy Russian Security Council Chairman Dmitry Medvedev ordered the demolition of the Starlink satellite, which is currently hovering over Russian Federation land, and suggests that Russia and Elon Musk's spacecraft are engaged in a space war. Russia appears to have launched an electromagnetic strike on the private enterprise in order to interrupt its transmission, and it was a colossal failure. A one line of code was all it took for Starlink engineers to rejoin the systems, and they did so at such a speed that the Russian government might never learn from their tactics. From an electronic warfare technologist's point of view, it was spectacular. The way they did that paradigm and how they did it was kind of eye-watering to me. Medvedev said that Moscow has no ambitions to militarize space itself, but Russia is working hard to stop other countries and organizations from doing so. This is occurring in the midst of the current crisis between Russia and Ukraine, which has now lasted for more than 2 months. There will be no stopping Elon Musk, regardless of what Russia aims to do with the Starlink satellites. Elon has also given his support to the US Army's efforts to create hypersonic fighter laser jets that may be used against Russia's forces on Ukrainian territory. As if that wasn't enough, he plans to turn his Cybertruck tank into an indestructible combat machine capable of defeating the Russian army. It's possible that this statement could bring about an immediate conclusion to the conflict. Elon Musk, a self-made billionaire, also tweeted a one-on-one challenge to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Mr. Musk, despite his absurdity, could be the hope for Ukraine. Do you think Musk's efforts will help end the war? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel Tesla News Hangout, where we talk about Elon Musk, Tesla, and SpaceX while you're at it. Hit the bell so you never miss any of our videos, as more exciting ones like this are on the way. I'll see you in the next one.